After a family suffers a horrific tragedy,
I wish Daddy were here.
Me too.
they seek refuge.
After losing their father, I had to do something for my children.
But their new home harbors secrets,
What is that?
dark secrets.
This is like a satanic thing or part of the occult.
The spirits will not rest
Someone was trying to open the door to get to me. I was in danger.
until they are chased back into hell.
Return from whence you came.
This ain't Casper the Friendly Ghost. These are monsters.
In America, there is real evil. It lurks in the darkest shadows and in our most ordinary towns. Between the worlds we see
Someone's in my room.
and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. Not far from the hustle and bustle of the Big Apple are the rustic suburbs of a quaint beach town.
St. James is on the eastern end of Long Island. It's more rural there. That's where you'll find most of your farms and your vineyards. It's very family-oriented.
It's a place where people go to escape. In 2006, Jeanette Myron introduces her two daughters, Angela and Deneen, to the house she's just purchased.
So, girls, what do you think?
We're going to live here?
The house was really old. Everything was run down, but it was a huge piece of property that was covered in woods. So that's what attracted me to it.
You won't even recognize it by the time we move in. What do you think, Deneen?
Jeanette's younger daughter is not so sure.
I took a ride out there with my mom and my sister. When we first arrived at the house, it honestly looked really old. It looked very creepy.
Mom, you told us that we would love it out here, but we're literally in the middle of nowhere. But the Wi-Fi out here sucks.
Let's just try to think positive, okay? I think that a change of scenery will do us all a lot of good.
I wish Daddy were here.
Me too, sweetie. Me too.
A year earlier, Jeanette's husband, the girl's father, Curtis Myron, tragically died in the line of duty.
Kurt was a lieutenant for the New York City Fire Department. There was a 4-story Bronx tenement, and the electric had shorted in one of the apartments. The flames had come through the floor on the 4th floor where they were, and the only way out was windows.
On that day, Curtis was forced to jump 50 feet to his death.
When he passed away, especially how he did, it was very hard for everyone. The reality hit me that I don't have a dad anymore. It was like my world had come crashing down.
With the move, Jeanette is hoping to escape painful memories and start anew.
After losing their father, I had to do something for these children. I had to show them that there is some sort of hope and, that life can go on.
It's hard to be positive when there's something to be positive about, Mom.
Let's just think of it this way. It's a great new adventure. For all of us.
One night, Jeanette stays late fixing up Deneen's room.
I started to work my way to try to transition these kids to their new home. It was definitely going to be a fresh start for them.
So, Kurt, this is it. I've made a new life for the girls. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. I miss you so much. The girls miss you. We're hanging in there, but I wish you were here.
I heard voices, almost like the chanting.
Hello?
For a moment there, I thought maybe someone's working here. But there was nothing. I knew I was alone.
Jeanette checks the new security cameras she's had installed outside the house.
Installing the cameras was my idea. I was very nervous of vandalism, possibly, or whatever it could be.
Over the next few weeks, Jeanette asks her husband's friend Mike to help get the house move-in ready.
So, I was thinking, I don't know, this might be a cool hangout place for the girls.
Really? Seems a little, dusty.
The basement was filthy. It was covered with years of dirt. I mean, covered. The cement, dirt, and dust, and just all kinds of filth.
Only question, you think we could take down that wall, open this place up?
Doesn't seem like a load-bearing wall. Maybe a simple reno.
I was hoping you'd say that.
When he was busting up part of this wall, he just saw all these shreds of, paper.
What is that?
It was maybe a 5x7 book, and it was bound with a string.
Diary.
The penmanship was like the old plume pen, that kind of ink that you would dip. It wasn't like, a ballpoint.
1927. Oh. My God.
The diary documents the life of a young girl living in fear.
My heart broke for this little girl. She doesn't seem any older than my own two. And what she must have had to endure, there was no other way to look at it. This child was abused.
The diary also details cruelty being done to animals.
I assumed at that point that they were some kind of sacrifice or they were tortured in some sort of way.
So scared.
Are you okay?
Not really. All I know is I do not want the girls to see this. Maybe we better call it a day.
Sounds good to me. I'll get this place cleaned up. What are you going to do about the book?
I wrapped it up in a cheesecloth and I put it in a paper bag and I burned it.
Holy crap. Jeanette? You better come down here, Jeanette.
After seeking a fresh start for her daughters who lost their father, Jeanette Myron uncovers a disturbing journal and an inverted pentagram in her new basement.
It was this huge circle with some kind of star in it. It was really the size of a room. It was tremendous.
I do not want the girls to know that we found this.
Something went on here. This is like a satanic thing or part of the occult. It was a symbol of some sort of evil.
When we are through, nobody is going to know it was here.
Burning the journal and painting over the pentagram, it was a clean slate.
With the renovations now complete, Jeanette and her two daughters, Angela and Deneen, settle comfortably into their new home.
I just kind of was looking forward to moving because I could forget everything. Life before my dad passed away was very peaceful. After my dad died, it was never just normal.
But as much as Deneen tries to forget the past, her dad's spirit has never left her.
Oh, I like the house just fine, I guess. I really like my new room.
When we first moved in the house, I saw my dad around a lot. I would have conversations with him, and it was very comforting to me.
But Angela hates it here. Daddy.
My mom brushed it off like that's my imagination, and I'm just coping somehow.
Angela would be so mad if we did that. Hey, give that back!
Come and get it.
The Myrons' property is surrounded by acres of thick forest.
Angela? Angela! I want my doll back. Angela! This isn't funny. Found ya.
It was like somebody took a knife and carved it into the tree, and it was deep.
That's a weird looking star.
Look, there's one on that tree. And on that one too.
When we first found the stars, I was mostly curious.
They're all around us.
Who would put a star in a tree? What were they doing here?
Let's get out of here. This place is freaking me out. Come on.
It's as if something evil happened in those woods long ago.
The sound of chanting woke me up in the middle of the night. It was like in a weird language, so I had no idea what they were saying. It sounded like it was coming from, like, outside my door, inside my room, all over. I heard footsteps, like man boots on the floor, and they're very distinct. Then the banging started.
Something terrifying is happening at the Myron family's new home.
Someone was trying to open the door to get to me. I felt like I was in danger.
Daddy, help me. Make it go away.
Denine's mother, who bought the house as a place to start over after her husband died, dismisses her daughter's fears.
I said, you know, this is a new house. There's a lot of strange sounds we're not used to. We just have to get accustomed to the sounds of the house.
One afternoon, Denine's sister Angela is at the house alone.
Angela was homesick. Denise was in school. I was running errands.
Unfortunately, I do.
Is that you? Are you okay? Mom? Who's there?
When I walked in, every cabinet door was wide open. Silverware everywhere, broken dishes, broken glasses. I mean, it looked like a war zone in there.
Angela, what were you thinking?
Jeanette fears her daughter may be at fault.
I had a lot of issues with her, with anger and hurt when the father passed away. So I really thought that something had happened that may have triggered that. But I really thought it was one of her tantrums.
Angela? Angela! Angela, answer me. Where are you? Angela. What happened?
I found her curled up in a ball in a corner and almost like in a fetal position.
It wasn't me. I swear. I didn't do it. You have to believe me.
Then who? Who did this?
I can't even explain it. I was hearing all these noises coming from the kitchen, but everything looked normal.
Angela said, all of a sudden, every door opened up at the same time. There was like a whoosh, and everything went flying. And I just ran up here. Kid was petrified.
I had no idea what to do. I was so scared. You believe me, Mom, right?
Over the next few days, Jeanette can't shake the idea that her house may be haunted.
Something is not right here. And I don't know what, but I was trying to rationalize because that's what you do. Things are rattling and jumping. Now I hear thumping. We got that loud, it was like boom.
The noise sounds like it's coming from the basement.
I just had a terrible feeling. I just felt unsafe. I just felt something wasn't right. I felt something evil.
Ever since Jeanette Myron and her daughters moved into their new home in St. James, New York, they have experienced unsettling events inside and outside the house.
I got a really bad feeling in my stomach. And then I knew that it wasn't fine.
Jeanette originally bought the house as a safe haven, a place for her daughters to start over after their father, a firefighter, tragically died. But after finding a disturbing diary written by a young girl and an inverted pentagram in her basement, she wonders if something happened on the property long ago.
It was very unnerving to me to think that something terrible happened on that property. Not knowing about the occult, not knowing about the paranormal, I just felt that once you're exposed to or even see something like that in your own life, things are going to take a bad turn. I really felt I made a mistake. I tell you, if I could have gave it all up and walked out of there, I would have done so. But now I'm in it. I mean, I invested everything that we had.
Unsure of what to do, Jeanette asks her husband's friend Tony for help.
Jeanette was really concerned there was something in the basement. I'm looking around with the flashlight. I didn't see anything. And out of nowhere, this door started to rattle. As I got closer to it, the door started rattling more. It slammed shut. And when I opened the door, there was nobody there. It was pretty scary.
He came upstairs and he goes, all I know is something ain't right. Just don't go downstairs.
With nowhere to turn, Jeanette tries to maintain a sense of normalcy for her daughters.
I got this very weird feeling. I just felt very uneasy, like someone was watching me, but I ignored it.
Janine, can I come in? Janine, are you all right?
I see like a shadow, and I can't make it out. It just looks like a man.
Janine!
I know he's not human, and I know he's evil.
Janine! Janine! Janine!
For months, haunting events had been terrorizing the Myron family.
Janine, can I come in? Janine!
I'll never forget seeing it. His eyes were black and soulless. I was terrified.
Janine, are you okay? Janine! 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 Janine!
I hear this horrible scream coming from the bathroom upstairs.
I'm scared. Janine? Janine! Door is locked! You've got to unlock this door! Janine, please!
We could not get in that door.
Janine!
The door was jammed.
Please! Answer me!
And then finally, it just like nothing. It just released.
Janine, come on. Mommy's here.
I wouldn't talk. I just couldn't talk.
It's okay. Mommy's here.
I was trying to get words out. All that was coming out was like little whimpers.
Come on, anything happened?
It was like a wild animal had bitten her. I don't know what's happening here. Something has hit to my children.
If it can do that to me, it can do that to my mom and my sister. I was very, very scared. This ain't Casper the Friendly Ghost. These are monsters.
Please, Mom. I don't want to live here anymore. There's something evil here.
Don't worry. I'm gonna get us out of this. I promise.
That was the most horrifying experience. What is this that I'm dealing with? And now it's after my children. I was like, that's it. I packed the girls up that night and I brought them to my mom's house.
But Jeanette is determined to fight back.
Damn you. I am not gonna let you do this to me. Or my kids. Do you hear me?
I was livid. I mean, I was upset. I'm not going to take any more heartache for these kids. I fought too long, too hard for them to have a life, and they deserve it. And I don't know who you are, but you need to get the hell out, damn it. Go back where you came from. You're not welcome here, and I will get the help that I need. I mean, I was ready to do battle.
She returns to the house armed with a paranormal expert with psychic abilities.
I was hoping that she could finally label exactly what it was and tell it, move on, go to the light, leave.
Can you tell me what is happening in my house? Your husband's here. What? That can't be why this is happening. He wouldn't try and scare us like that. No, he's worried about you and the girls.
She said, your husband is trying to protect you.
Why? The basement.
After a psychic finds evidence that Jeanette Myron's home is infested with demons, she puts her in touch with Bill Bean, a deliverance minister.
I could feel the overwhelming presence of evil. It was a very dangerous situation for the family to be living in. Due to the past activity that had taken place on the property in the home, there's no question in my mind that it opened a portal. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that these demonic entities were present.
Bill gets to work.
Father, protect us. For your glory, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
First, he must send the demons back into the portal, and then seal the doorway shut.
I'm ready to begin. By the mighty power of Yahweh, in Jesus' name I bind and rebuke any demonic forces present, and I command you to return from whence you came. By the mighty power of Yahweh, In Jesus' name, I bind and rebuke all demonic spirits who are present here, and I command you to return from whence you came.
It was violent, where it really felt like the house was going to come off the foundation. It was shaken to its core.
By the almighty power of Yahweh, in Jesus' name, I bind and rebuke all demonic spirits who are present in this place, and I command you to return from whence you came. God's power works through me in engaging in spiritual warfare against these demonic forces. Therefore, if God is with me and for me, what have I to fear? Nothing. By the mighty power of Yahweh, in Jesus' name, I bind and rebuke all demonic spirits in this place, and I command you to return from whence you came. By the mighty power of Yahweh, in Jesus' name, I declare this portal closed, sealed, locked, chained forevermore. In Jesus' name. Amen. It's over.
Everything was brighter. It felt, for the first time, it felt like home. It was a great feeling.
You and your family, you're safe now.
With the house now cleared of the demonic entities and the portal closed, Jeanette and her daughters are able to move on with their lives.
They really turned to beautiful young ladies with good heads on their shoulder and good hearts, more importantly. They have blossomed. Their dad would be proud.
Still, the memories of the haunting are never far from their minds. To this day, Angela finds it difficult to discuss.
The girls showed me the symbols in the woods, and they were exactly like what was in the basement. That was top priority, get rid of them. We cut down a lot of trees. The first trees to go were the ones that had that carving in it. This is my place. It's not your place. Whatever your history was is done. It's over. Goodbye.
It hasn't been easy for my mom. I admire her more now than I ever did before. She's the one that inspires us to be strong.
Girls, lunchtime. Okay, Mom.
Gracia?
It made me so happy to see her smile after dealing with this. That was just everything for me. In the initial weeks, like after I felt my dad when I went outside, I just felt like he was there, and it gave me comfort because I felt he's at peace too.